Hello, all my crafty friends out there in YouTube land. How's it going? This is Crafting with Lucretia coming at you with yet another video. Yes, I'm taking a second stab at trying to do this whip and chat. Y'all, it's been a busy weekend. Go get you something to drink out of the kitchen. Grab a chair. This is going to be a whip and chat. It's going to be a lengthy whip and chat because, yeah. Check out the notes, okay? One, I can't hardly read them, but there's a page full of notes. Not that I'm going to go in that particular order, but, you know, just to kind of keep the ball rolling, if you will. And just in case you're wondering why I might be a little bit excessively loud, it's because I'm having an ear infection. So I can't really hear how loud my volume is. So I'm sorry. You may have to turn me down a little. You may have to turn me up a little bit. Looks like I'm still in the green in the microphone, but you never know. So I may get riled up in some of these stories and you know, start yelling. Who knows? You never know with me. So what am I working on right now? What is today? Today is Tuesday. As I'm trying to film this. And hopefully it doesn't get into Wednesday and Thursday. But currently we're still on Tuesday. So what am I working on? This is my Chuck Pinson Mystery Kit. I'm trying to do my sections that I got from Saturday. Y'all, it's been a rough weekend. I haven't felt good. You know, I mentioned that with my ear infection. I'll touch base on that one here in a minute. And yeah, so I'm trying to get my sections done on my Chuck Pinson mystery. I still have on my table, I still have my Winnie the Pooh and my Bookworm Fairy to do that I'm working on. The Bookworm Fairy has found a home. I need to finish that one. That one's going to the library in September for a fairy and teacup fairy thing that they're doing. I don't know, some kind of thing, and it's going to be a door prize. So yeah, that one needs to get done and get framed. So yeah, I need to keep working on that one. But it's always nice when you find a home for them. Although it'd been nicer if I could have finished it first. But you know, I'll finish it. It's just I don't like having to rush to finish it. You know what I mean? Because I don't rush. I'm a very slow diamond painter, and I don't like to be rushed. And now I feel like, oh, I've got to get it done. Got to get it done. And it's kind of pressuring. So yeah, there's that. I don't deal well with pressure. I do this for a relaxing hobby, and I just enjoy making the pretty pictures, you know. It's a fun hobby. It's relaxing. It gets me, you know, hubby works 12, 14 hours a day. It keeps me something to do besides sitting here rotting my head in front of the TV and you know, of course I listen to music and audiobooks. Usually, except for today, which my ear is still clogged up, so you know, that's going to make it difficult. Saturday I was having this issue. And I was having to have Quincy well, of course Quincy wasn't here. He was working, but I was having to turn up the volume. He came home that Saturday night, and the volume was blaring, okay? And he was like, whoa, why is I was like, I can't hear. I told you I was having an ear thingy. And of course the weekend, there was no medical clinics open. The closest thing you had was the hospital. I didn't feel like it was life-threatening enough to go to the hospital, you know what I mean? And so I suffered it out until Monday. Tried to get into my regular doctor Monday. And they were booked up until July 15th. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait that long. Is there any other clinics? You know, I was looking up my insurance. Who else could take my insurance? And I called my doctor. Hold, please. Oh. Whew. Allergies are killing me. That's what's causing the ear thing. But anyway, I called my doctor trying to get an appointment, right? They told me about a nearby city that was on the same insurance that, you know, was in the same network, doctor's offices. They had access to my records. They could just pull me up and get me in. They told me about a walk-in clinic in a nearby city, and I'm like, yes, I'm there. What's the hours? Where's the address? And it was in the same city that my library book club is in, so hubby was home Monday, and he was like, okay, but I don't know where Hudson Road is. I'm like, it's okay, I kind of know where this is at. And he's like, okay. And of course, I was yelling at him because I couldn't hear. And he's like, you don't have to yell at me. I'm like, I'm not yelling, I'm just speaking loud because I can't hear. And he's like, okay, so tell me where this Hudson Road is. I told him, it's like, you go like you're going to the library, just turn right at the car lot, go down a couple streets, it's the road behind the hospital. Okay, he didn't even know where the hospital was. I'm like, you are clearly not in this town often enough. And so we get up there, get situated with the doctor's office. They were able to pull my chart up and get me seen, and the nice little doctor lady, I don't remember her name, it doesn't matter, but she was sweet as can be. She came in after they got me checked in and whatnot. She came in to do her bit, and she's like, so how long have you had this earache? I was like, over the weekend. I was like, it's starting to throb, it's got a heartbeat of its own, and it's starting to spread to the other ear. And she's like, oh, that's not good. And of course I was talking louder because I couldn't hear, and I still, even though I've taken 2 days of medicine, I still can't hear very well, but it comes and goes. So anyway, she did her thing, did her little examination, and she's like, okay, she went over the medicines real quick with me to, figure out what she needed to give me, right? Right. So, she figured out what she needed to give me. She's just like, you want me to send it on to the local Walmart? Yes, please. I'll pick it up on my way through. And, she's like, okay, but they usually take about an hour to get the meds filled. I was like, it's okay. I have them on my little text thing. They will text me when it's ready. And I was like, we may grab some lunch or breakfast or something up here at the cafe or something. And she's like, okay, that's perfect. So she sent the medicine in, gave us our ticket, and we left, right? So then Quincy's like, well, we've got about an hour to kill. He's like, you know this town better than I do. Do you know any thrift stores in town? I was like, yeah, there's 4 up on the square. He's like, okay, where's the square? I'm like, oh, clearly you're not in this town often enough. So I took him to I took him to 2 thrift stores. I showed him where the other 2 were. He found a pawn shop. I didn't think to include the pawn shop. And that was the first time. He does not ride around with me a lot, especially when I go to library day. That's kind of my day, my time away from the house. Ugh, sorry, my allergies are killing me. And like I said, that's the nice lady doctor told me that's what was causing it. And she's like, it's allergies. It's you have fluid buildup in your ear. I'm like, okay. So she gave me medicine for it, and I picked it up at Walmart on our way back through. After we went through a couple thrift shops, flea markets, yada yada, and killed about an hour, we went to go get my medicine. And I was really feeling it by then. I was like, man, I really need my medicine. Could we please quit looking around and just go get my medicine? And he was like, okay, well, while we're here, do you want anything else to eat at Walmart for lunch? And I'm like, no, I really just want my medicine to go home. That husband of mine, he was still wanting pizza. I'm like, oh, I'm sick of the pizza. He was like, I'll go get Red Baron pizza. I'm like, no, we will not eat pizza. I swear this man could eat breakfast or pizza for breakfast, lunch, supper, and a snack all in one damn day. And this is no offense to our friend that has the pizzeria, but I'm really kind of tired of pizza. I like his pizza, but I'm just kind of burned out on pizza. And then my husband always has a thing for Taco Tuesday. Well, today's Tuesday. We ain't doing tacos. I got some chicken thawing. I'm going to marinate some chicken, and we're going to get back on my diet. Because with not feeling good, I haven't really been able to cook. And now that I'm feeling good, I can feel this prednisone kick in my butt. It's making me energized, and, yeah. Now if it would just do something for the ear. Energy, yes, is one thing, but, it'd be nice to be able to hear, too. Actually, it might not be nice to hear, because then I'd be hearing my hubby bitching and the dogs barking, and it was so funny last night. the dogs got into it and were playing and everything, and my medicine hadn't kicked in yet. And I could see their mouth moving, but I couldn't hear anything. I've been working on my lip reading, which I used to work for a place that dealt with people with disabilities. I know, ironic, right, now that I'm disabled. But I used to be able to do sign language. I used to be able to read lips. So, because I had clients that was a requirement. You had to learn it. So I did. Now, granted, it's rusty, but if you're slow enough, I can keep up with what you're saying if I can read your lips. Unfortunately, Quincy does not realize this, and so he was always turning your head, so I was getting on the part of the conversation, and I'm like, dude, with the ear thing, you gotta look at me so I'm reading your mouth. He's like, oh. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. It makes it very difficult if you keep moving and I'm trying to watch your lips. And he's like, I'm sorry. I was like, unless you know sign language. Do you know sign language? No, he doesn't know sign language, so. I'm like, ugh. Oh, hang on. Let me get a thing of my allergy medicine. Hold, please. I know, I'm going hold, please, all the time. Ugh. They said this Flonase would help it. It ain't helped it yet. Ugh. It needs to start helping. I need to hear. But anyway, so that's how my weekend went. Sick. Not feeling good. Not perky. Not... And don't get me wrong, I was still up and doing my wifely duties of taking care of the dogs and fixing a meal and, doing this and that. And I wasn't feeling like anything. Didn't sleep good Saturday night. And Quincy was like, hey, you're tossing and turning. I was like, I'm not feeling well. I ended up sleeping on the couch because I was waking him up and he pretty much threw me out of the bedroom. I'm like, fine. But I slept in the bed last night. I was kind of waking up when I heard him going out the door. I was like, bye. He's like, oh, you're up. Bye. Have a good day. I'm like, yeah, grumble, grumble. Had to get up and go to the bathroom and let the dogs out, and yay. And of course he had made breakfast, so the house smelled like bacon and eggs, and I'm like, dang it, now I'm hungry. This medicine makes me hungry, so I'm having the munchies all the time, which is not good. And they tell me, oh yeah, it's going to wire you. No, it's going to give me the munchies. On a diet, not a good thing to get the munchies. I've been eating the heck out of Pop-Tarts. That's not good for my diet, let me tell you. Or my blood sugar. Oh, but anyway, back to diamond painting. I told you I was working on my Chuck Pinson. The tray is from Yellow Dog. It's one of my new ones. I don't know where the top... There's the top of it. It's the one with the paw print. That's the tray I'm working with. My pen is the Snowflake pen, but it has lots of other colors. It's kind of white with the... There you are. White with different colors. It's just the one I happen to grab. I have about 5 or 6 pens to use. My tray that I'm holding my extra drills on is from Wendy K. It's just a cute little owl bird type thing I got out of her store. She's over there on Etsy. Go check her out, Wendy K Designs. She has some cute stuff. And of course you see various release papers on here and whatnot. So that's what I'm working on. What are you working on? Let me know. It's been a while since I did a whip and chat. A lot has happened in the last couple weeks. This has been a busy, busy month. Can you believe it's already almost the 4th of July, y'all? This year is going by so quick, it needs to slow down so I can enjoy a little bit of it. We're already trying to make 4th of July plans, and I don't even know if Quincy's going to be off or not. I'm not near a calendar to see what day the 4th of July actually falls on. If it falls on his day off, then he'll be off. If not, he'll have to work it. Even if he is off, he'll probably have to work it because everyone wants off for the holiday. What am I going to be doing? Not much. I am not particularly fond of the 4th of July. In fact, this ear thing would really be helpful come the 4th of July because I wouldn't be able to hear it. Therefore, it wouldn't throw up my anxiety. I don't do loud noises, and loud boom booms just, yeah, scares the heck out of me. You don't want Quincy around loud noises because it will flare up his PTSD, and he will start yelling incoming and grab you and drag you to the floor. So you don't want him around fireworks either. It makes it for an interesting day. Last time we went to a fireworks thing with I think it was with the church group. I know, very embarrassing. But Quincy can't help it. He's military, so, it is what it is. And we warned him. I was like, there's going to be loud booms and I was like, he is triggered by loud booms. And so, sure enough, they started doing the fight. He's like, no, I'll be fine. He wasn't fine. It got to be towards the finale, and you know how the finale with fireworks, they shoot off the big boys and they make the really big boom booms and loud explosions. Yeah. All I knew, I was sitting there watching the fireworks one time, and the next minute I was like, ooh, and the next minute a loud one went. I was like, ooh, that's going to be a big bang, and it popped. Quincy's like, incoming, and dragged me to the ground. I'm like, ah, shit. Y'all. Everyone else was around us like, what in the world? And I'm like, yeah. Could you not do that? And of course it threw him back into the times he was in war in Afghanistan. And so he came back up. Where's the lizards? I'm like, everyone was like, what? And I'm like, everyone, back away now. He's flipped. Give him space to come out of it. I was like, someone get me a glass of water. And they're like, okay, but why are you thirsty? It's like, no, I'm going to throw it on him and wake him up. And they're like, okay. I was like, just trust me, go get me a glass of water. And it jars him out of it quicker. He doesn't like doing that, but hey, it brings him out of it quicker. So anyway, the pastor's wife goes and gets me a glass of water. And she's like, here. She thought I was thirsty. I was like, no. I threw it on Quincy. She's like, snap out of it. And I was like, come back. And he looked at me and he came out of it and he's like, why am I wet? And I'm like, yeah. You flipped. And he's like, oh. I was like, yeah. It was everything else I knew to do wasn't working, so I had to. He's like, in front of everyone at church. I'm like, yep. No more fireworks for him. So when we have the 4th of July, we usually I make something in the house, like hot dogs or burgers. I've got stuff in there to make turkey burgers. I'll probably do turkey burgers, but I'll probably just do burgers. I got an indoor grill, make some burgers or hot dogs, and we usually just sit here and watch movies and just chillax. We don't like to be out and about. The dogs, Mojo wasn't fazed by the fireworks last year. I don't know how Sadie's going to be. She's a bit more timid of the two. But we'll see. I thought about going up there to the vet and getting her something just in case I need it. I don't know how she's going to be with loud noises. She doesn't do well with thunderstorms. I do know this. So I'm thinking I need to go get her some stuff. They've already put the firework tents up, and they've already started selling them. It's only a matter of time till one of my neighbors pops off some stuff and scares the holy heck out of her. And she is a fence jumper. She will jump the fence if she's outside. So I gotta watch her this year. We have already found out she will go over and under the fences. And I'm like, yeah, that's just what I need. I have since had to microchip her just in case. And One time she got under the fence, and the neighbor shoot her back under. And that's when we found out we needed to fix the fence, and we've since fixed the fence, but there's still other places that she could get out at. Half the time she don't want to, but if she gets scared, she doesn't think straight. Most of us don't think straight when we're scared like that. So it is what it is. I just got to deal with it. I've got a panicky dog, a panicky hubby. I don't like fireworks, and right now I can't hear them. So, life is good. How is yours? Oh, goodness. So, let me tell you a little bit about, let's see, what's some other stuff I told you about? Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay. Told you about the library. So what have I been doing lately when I'm not fighting the ear infection? I've been walking in the park. Wait. You're asleep. I've been taking the dogs to the park for a walk. One of them's not in here, so Mo could care less. And I took him even Saturday, even when I didn't feel good. And just to try to get my exercise in. I've been trying to get my exercise routine back in. I've been trying hard with this Mediterranean diet. I'm liking it, although I need to work on some more fish recipes. I did get on the internet thingy and print out a couple that looked interesting. So I've got a few to try. It's fun trying to learn new stuff. A bit of a headache, but fun. Quincy is not adjusting to the diet at all, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to cook 2 meals. So you're going to have to eat what I eat. And he's like, okay. I'm like, no okay about it. I'm only going to go buy groceries once a week. I'm not going to... I make my menus, I figure out what I need, what I don't need, and I go get it, and I make it. Like today, I'm thawing some chicken out right now. I have some chicken in the sink, thawing. I'm going to marinate it here in a little bit and get it marinating for most of the day. And it's going to be like a Greek chicken for gyros, or gyros, or however you say it. I got some cucumbers, some dill, some pita wraps, and I'm going to try to make gyros, or gyros, however you say it. And try to eat healthy. So that's what I'm going to do for supper. I do have some tilapia in the freezer. I've got a tilapia recipe printed out, just a baked tilapia. I'm not too keen on it. If you guys know of any good fish recipes, send them my way, okay? Thank you. They really can't be fried. I will tell you that much. No fried stuff. Ugh. That one down, you went right there. Oh, so how is everyone doing? Did they escape the mystery boxes here that DAC had here a couple days ago? I ended up getting one. I got one of the last ones. I got box 19. And I've been watching on Facebook, the DAC VIP group. Everyone's been kind of telling what they've gotten as they've gotten them, and I think they got up to box 13 now. Then I think DAC took a break and it was like, wait a minute, we've made too many. So 13 through 19 I haven't seen yet. So, yeah. I'm hoping with some of the pictures that I have seen, I'm hoping I get... there's a couple of Lori Prindle horse pictures floating around. There's one is a mystery kit. One is another pretty horse picture. I have a couple of her unicorns and her horse pictures. I haven't done them. I need to do them, but I have a couple. And I like her as an artist. Like I said, I haven't done her work, but I like the pictures, and if I like the pictures, I get it. But I've seen that work, and a couple of those. they have a pretty autumn sunset one that looks gorgeous. I love sunsets, so if I get that one, I'd be happy. They've also been showing a couple Disneys, and I love Disney, so that, you know, the ones that I've seen, they've had a couple Elsa ones. They've had a Rapunzel, that one girl with the horse that has the long hair, which is Rapunzel, but I don't. It's from the movie Tangled. I don't remember the name of the character, but yeah. And then let's see, they had Elsa, they had Tangled, they had a Beauty and the Beast one, a couple Beauty and the Beast ones, and I liked all those. So you know, I'm not too hard to please if it's Disney, and if it's like a scene picture. I don't want the close up of the face, but like a scene picture, like Beauty and the Beast dancing, or her in the library. That would be awesome, you know. Or the one with the snowman and the girls putting the snowman's nose. It was called "Have you seen my nose?" or "Do you have my nose?" or whatnot. She's putting the nose on the snowman, or handing the nose to the. It looked cute. Olaf, you know, you gotta love stuff like that. And then there was another one of killer whales. That looks kind of cool. There was one with a lady of armor and a wolf standing beside her. I think it was called Wolf Knight. I'm not for sure on that, but Wolf Armor. I'm not sure what the name of that one was, but it looked pretty cool. There's a Margaret Morales one floating around, and I'm not usually a Margaret Morales fan. Now, some of these, like the like the Wolf Knight or whatnot, I haven't played around with that artist either, but the image looks cool. With this mystery box, you never know what you're going to get. So, you know, I've seen the images, and I'm like, okay, that one looks cool, that one looks cool, that one looks cool. Only one I'm not really too keen on is the cat one. I like the artist, but I'm not really too super fond of cats. But I would probably end up keeping it because I do like the artist. She does a whole bunch of... She's done some other ones that I've done. Marjorie Sarnett or whatnot, and I've gotten a couple pieces of hers, and I used to do, well, I still do adult coloring, but I've got some coloring books of hers, and she does really good artwork. So you know, I wouldn't mind that one. Not my favorite piece, but I wouldn't mind it. So I'm looking for. They haven't shipped mine yet. They are still processing the order. I guess they took a break. They got so many, but you know, we'll see what I get. And then the other picture came out from with Randall Spangler about the diamond art painting Saturday. And Quincy told me, he's like, you better go get that one. And I'm like, okay, fine. I went and got it. He's been grumbling about my diamond art, and then he's encouraging me to get them all in the same breath. It's very confusing. I don't know if he wants me to stop diamond painting, which is not going to happen, or he wants me to stop buying them, which I can try. It's kind of hard, you know. They keep coming out with pretty pictures, and I'm trying to be on a low buy. So yeah, and then he's over here telling me, oh, you need to. They got that one coming out. He'll look at the pictures on DAC, and see the pictures coming out, and he's like, you need to get that one. You need to get that one. You need to quit looking at Facebook too, you know. If I'm trying not to buy, I don't need to be looking at the pretty pictures. I sure don't need to be looking at the pretty pictures going, ooh, ooh, ah, that's, you know, yeah. That gets me into trouble. And I already know I'm in trouble because I had a $50 coupon on my DAC for Saturday. Yeah, somehow or another, the Abraham Hunter sneaked its way in the cart. Shh, don't tell him. I had it in my cart, holding the cart. I just forgot to take it out. No, I didn't. I like that one, too. Free shipping, you know. I did use my coupon, but, you know, hopefully it gets here whenever he's not here. It's bad when I have to try to hide my diamond art. I feel bad. And I know I have plenty, but dang it, it's the FOMO. You know, I know I probably have like a lifetime supply of it. All I have to do is dig one out and do it and look at it, see if I need any bling bling, and order the bling bling if I so desire. And you know, I've got a stash of close to 300 last I counted, and that's been a while, so I've probably added a few more since then. So probably pushing 400 ish. No, please don't ask me to do a stash video. That would just be a nightmare. that would utterly be a nightmare for me to do, because even though I have them on racks behind me, no, that's a lot of work. I've got them organized halfway, except for a couple shelves with artist. You know, so like I have a Pinson section, I have a Lorenz section, I have a Randall Spangler section. I have one section that's mixed up with girls with Susan Wingate, Hannah Lynn, and the Laura Prindle. And then I have a couple sections that are just miscellaneous that I didn't, various artists, various holidays, you know, that kind of stuff. So, oh, all these allergies are kicking my butt. I used to be allergic to the world, okay, and I think I still am. Of course, hubby mowed the other day, so that's probably got it fired up anyway. But anyway, back to the talking of the painting. We were talking about the mystery boxes and what I kind of wanted, what I didn't want, what I'm hoping for, yada yada. While we're talking about diamond painting, and it's almost July, let me get another drink. Oh. Ugh. What are you guys going to do for July, diamond painting wise? Let me know down below. Like I said, I've got to work on these two pictures I got. I would like to do, there's two events coming up I would like to do, which is What's Your Sign with my friend Shell over there at Black Dahlia Diamond Art. She sells the putty that I like, which of course now I can't find any off the top of my head. That's all creation we're in. But anyway, she sells the Black Dahlia putty. Usually I have some. There's one. Okay. That's what the label looks like if you need to. Black Dahlia Diamond Art. She sells putty. She sells some resin things. I just ordered a whip kit, which is like a desk organizer that has a spot for the washi tape. It has like a little sticker thing holding up for washi tape, a place to put your tray, a place to put your pen, yada yada yada. And I'm having it done in blue and owls. So yeah. Speaking of which, but anyway, that's what's going on for me. And then of course they're fixing to fire up a Spangler deal, which I want to get Zoom out and do it, because I'm always zooming with my friends. You know, so I could do the zoomy. Sorry, she's having me pick owl pictures. She has a whole bunch of owl pictures. She's like, choose one. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures of owls. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah. We're finalizing that. Yay. So, yay. Thank you, Shell. I look forward to unboxing that. So I've got that to unbox here when it gets here in a week or two. I've got, let's see, 2 paintings. Let's see, I've got the diamond painting Randall Spangler, the Abraham Hunter one, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, the mystery box. Coming for future videos. So that'll be fun to see what I actually get. So yeah, I think that's about all I had to talk about. I mentioned my Mediterranean diet with my health. My health is doing, other than the ear, it's doing good. Been trying to go to the farmers markets and get more healthy produce. That's pretty much what's been going on in my world. What's been going on with you? Let me know down below. And don't be afraid to send me a message. Y'all, just remember to keep it nice. Speaking of that, we had one on my that made the comment on my Mystery Lorans. I share my stories and my life with you because I want to, okay? I like to tell you about how I'm doing, what I'm working on, and me getting to, and granted, even though I'm friends with Mr. Lorenz, Richard Lorenz, it was still a nice treat to be able to go up there and get it, have him sign it, have him see it, because he doesn't see a lot of diamond art. He's the original artist of the painting, though. So he painted Finley. But for him to see it as a diamond art was a very, he loved it. He took a picture of it, too, because he was like, I gotta take a picture of this. Do you mind? I was like, no, go ahead. And I held it up, and he got me in it, too. And he's like, cool, thank you. And I was like, yeah, no problem. He's like, it's so pretty. He was pointing out he's like, does this have special drills and the iridescence and the ABs? And I was like, yeah, it's right here, right here, right here. You know, let him look at it, and he was just amazed. That was the highlight of my life the last month. And him autographing the back of it just made it even more special. And when I shared that with you, some people were like, the mystery kit, don't show the mystery kit. Y'all, it's been up for a year, get over it. Several people have done it, several people have put it in their deals. You know, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say anything at all. And above all, the next time I get a nasty, rude comment, I'm not going to respond to it. You're just going to be deleted. I'm not going to, I'm sorry if you don't want to see the mystery kit. I put it in my deal. Mystery kit, do not watch. And I, before I opened up the box that it was in, I was like, hey, spoiler, 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 I'm fixing to get it out. If you don't want to see it, leave, toodles, and you still made that nasty comment. So, no more of that. Be nice, be humble and kind, and if you can't say nothing nice, keep your mouth shut. And keep your fingers tied up. All I'm going to say on that one. And now as I close, it's still, we're still past Mental Health Month, but, that kind of got me in a little bit of tizzy. One of my friends has been having, actually two of my friends have been having issues with mental health. And, mental health is a struggle all year long. Not just in May when we celebrate Mental Health Month. And it's not really a thing to celebrate, it's just a thing we need to watch out for. Treat people nicely, okay? Words can be very harsh. You do not know what the next person beside you is going through. They're not always going to tell you what they're going through. You may not, they may be a stranger at church. You may not know their life story. You may not know what they're going through. Be nice. Be considerate. And when you see us on YouTube and we admit that we're having, some struggles, or we see you out in real life and we're struggling, be helpful, not hurtful, okay? Be nice. And when we are struggling, like me and my friends and whatnot, we just gotta have time for us. We just, whatever that is, whether it's going for a WALK because the dogs are awake at the moment and getting your allergies all messed up, or, going and doing an exercise class or an arts and crafts, going to the library, going and listening to music, reading a book, whatever, sewing, crafting, cooking, whatever gets you to relax, do it. do something nice for you. Do something you can mentally charge up, get you some mental time in, and some self-help, self-care, yada yada, and take care of yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. You got to take care of you. And if that means slowing down, so be it. If that means taking a day to rest, so be it. If you want to sit there and jam and listen to your music, pop on the 80s, I'll jam right with you. I'm kind of in that mood. The medicine is kicking me again. Sorry. So I'm going to get off here. I've talked about everything I think I need to talk about. My throat's getting raw. All that drainage junk coming down. So yeah, I'm going to get off here, and I will see you in the next one. Be kind and enjoy your crafting day, okay? Bye, toodles.